So hi everyone, well it's great to be here. Really excited to do this talk about the mindset of scaling up. Because as a female entrepreneur, it's so essential that whatever your next step is, you've got to take your up-level, your mindset and your energy to be able to step up and take that bold action confidently, to be able to break through and fulfill that vision. There's a saying that your best thinking got you to where you are today. So have a think about what is my next step, what is my big vision, and what's the mindset that I need to cultivate in order to really step up and take that bold action to achieve it. So today my goal is to not only talk about the mindset of scaling up, but actually to really help you identify what are the blocks that stop you, that get in the way of you really embodying this up-leveled mindset and energy to take the action that you know that you need to take. And then it's about understanding why cultivating a positive mindset alone is not enough. So I'm going to actually be unraveling some of the myths about the positive mindset. And then I'm going to introduce you to an amazing, really simple and effective tool to really help you to clear the inner blocks that might be holding you back from taking the action that you need to really up-level in your business and take the action that you need. So before we start, I just want to very quickly introduce myself and just share a little bit about who I am, what I do, and why I'm so passionate about what I do as well. So I'm a transformational business coach, and I work with women entrepreneurs, helping them really tap into their big vision, get crystal clear on the strategy, but also to help them really clear the inner blocks that hold them back from moving forwards, from stepping into the most empowered version of themselves, so that they can make the impact and the income that they really want and deserve. I'm also a mum of two. And just to share a little bit about my background, and what brought me to do what I do. So I actually worked as a journalist about 15 years ago. And I used to work for a magazine called Start Your Business magazine. And actually, I didn't realize at the time, but it really did plant the seeds for me to then later start my own business just a few years later. So a few years later, I actually went through quite a major life and career transition where I realized the 9-to-5 definitely wasn't my thing. And I decided to boldly step out of journalism and start my own business as a business coach for entrepreneurs. And at the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey, I was like full of enthusiasm, really confident about creating a thriving business. But the truth is, I struggled to get my business off the ground and up-level to the level that I wanted for years. The frustrating thing was that I knew I had a gift. I was so passionate about what I was doing. My clients were making massive breakthroughs, but it really felt as though I was hitting against this inner glass ceiling. And while I was helping my clients, make big breakthroughs in their business and personal lives, I felt that I just couldn't make the breakthrough myself. And it didn't matter how many courses or business training I did and qualifications and how much positive mindset and audios I was doing, I still kept hitting against this inner glass ceiling. And it wasn't until I discovered this tool that totally turned it around for me. And this tool really brought to light what was subconsciously holding me back. And it's something that I see, working with hundreds of women entrepreneurs, the same blocks that hold them back from really successfully pushing through, making the breakthrough. And that's why I'm really passionate about what I do. Because I know how painful it can be when you know you've got so much potential, you know you're gifted, you've got all the skills, but there's just something that holds you back from taking that action step. That you know if you were to take that action step, the one that you probably resist the most, that would lead to the breakthrough in your business. And this is one of the biggest blocks that I see women entrepreneurs really struggling with and hold them back from really charging their worth, and that's self-doubt. So I'm going to be guiding you through a little exercise, because the first step is to really become aware of what is it that's holding me back from really up-leveling into the vibrant woman that takes the bold action to fulfill your vision and make the breakthrough that you know that you deserve. So for this exercise, I'd just like you to take a few deep breaths and then just close your eyes. And in your mind's eye, first of all, I want you to tune in. What is that one action step that if you took that action step, that would turn your business around or break you through to that next level? Maybe it's the one that you resist the most. Maybe it's picking up the phone, making those sales calls. Maybe it's raising your rates. Maybe it's asking for investment. So just tune in on what are the blocks that are holding you back. Maybe it's about stepping into becoming more visible on social media or podcasts or even on the speaking circuit. So I'm going to use speaking as an example. And I want you to see yourself, imagine yourself standing there on center stage with all eyes and lights on you. And the room is filled with all the people that you'd love to connect with, do business with, and all the people, the most respected people in your industry. And as you stand there, you're about to share with the audience why you're brilliant at what you do. What makes you amazing? What makes your business stand out from the rest? And I just want you to notice what might be coming up for you. Is there a strong emotion? Are there any doubts creeping in? And I just want anyone to now just go around the room and just raise your hand if you want to share anything that's coming up for you, if you feel any kind of doubts creeping up. Yeah?
I'm a pretty confident person, but when I was doing that, I realized that I was going to cry. Gulp in my throat, and I had to kind of shake myself out of it. Just like seconds.
Yeah. And do you, what kind of doubt do you think might have been coming up for you, or fear?
I don't think I have any fear. I don't have any doubts.
Yeah.
When you did that exercise,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm like, well, it's going to go up and cry.
Yeah. And this is it. This is a guided visualization that enables you to really kind of tap in to what are the subconscious blocks that you're not even aware of. Because starting or scaling your business will bring you face to face with your deepest, most unconscious fears. And it's not until you start taking those bold action steps that you start to realize some of these big self-doubts creeping in. So how safe is it for you to really shine, to own your brilliance, to really charge your worth, and to really communicate that confidently, and to ask for what you want and expect to receive it? So I want you to just ask yourself, how does this hold me back? So whatever that came up for you, I want you to ask yourself, what is this costing me? What is this costing me in terms of money, what I could be making, in terms of prestige or connections, collaborations, clients, and the success? So just take a moment to just think about the cost of not stepping up boldly and taking the action steps that you know is going to move your business forward. And how do we unwind this problem? So many of us have learned, well, it's all about positive mindset. It's all about retraining your brain. It's all about, listening to the audios and getting into the state to really push through. But the thing is, what happens when you start taking that big, bold action step out of your comfort zone is there's actually a part of your brain called the amygdala, which is like the old, ancient reptilian part of your brain that's responsible for the fight or flight that gets triggered. It's like a physiological response that actually tells you you're not safe. And when that gets triggered, your whole body gets filled with kind of cortisol or stress and anxiety. And maybe you've experienced that when you've been kind of pitching your business or something, or, you'll feel that kind of coming up in your nervous system. And the myth is that all limiting beliefs and fears, it's just a mindset thing. But it isn't. It's actually embedded in our bodies at a deep nervous system level. So we actually carry these around with us everywhere we go. So in order to clear these out, you actually need a mind-body tool to reprogram the subconscious blocks in your nervous system to access your most resourceful states. And the reason is when you get triggered into this fight or flight, we don't have access to our best ideas. We don't have access to our intuition, our most empowered thinking. So this is where I'm going to introduce you to a mind-body tool that totally transformed it for me and the clients that I worked with. Has anyone heard of emotional freedom techniques? Or, yeah? So this is a mind-body tool from the field of energy psychology. And it's scientifically proven to really clear out any kind of negative states, really reduce stress, anxiety at a very deep core level. And it clears out energy blocks, negative patterns, fears, traumas, limiting beliefs, and even physical pain. And it works by tapping on the acupressure points in the body, which we're going to be doing in a minute. So I'm going to do a demonstration, and you're actually going to be experiencing this. So by tapping on the acupressure points in your body, it sends a signal to that part of the brain that's responsible for that fight or flight that actually you're safe. In this moment, everything's okay, and it calms the nervous system, and that starts to reprogram and rewire that initial automatic response that you're so used to feeling. And it starts to rebalance your body's energy. And it's only once you've started to clear it out that then you can start to tap in some really empowering states, a new belief system that will actually land in your body. Because what happens is that our subconscious, which is where all, our fears and limiting beliefs about what's possible for us, rules about who we can and cannot be, what's possible for us to achieve in our business, our subconscious drives around 95 to 97% of our behavior. So our conscious mind is just 5%. So when it gets triggered, you can imagine that 5% doesn't have a chance unless we've cleared out some of these old patterns in our subconscious. And what that does is it really shifts your energy and rewires your mind-body to a more resourceful state. You feel more energized, you feel more confident, and you become more magnetic. So it's so much more easy to take that bold action without feeling like you're hitting against an inner glass ceiling. And you're more magnetic, and you begin to attract the people and opportunities, because by clearing out all the inner blocks and by shifting internally, you see the shift externally. So I'm going to go through some of the tapping points before I'm going to actually take you through a demonstration. Yeah?
What do you guys think about this? I'm a super logical person, and when I first had to do this, I was like, are you kidding me? Definitely not. I'm not going to go, I'm so amazing. And I didn't realize, but actually, the change that happens once you do this, the stuff that comes out that is stored somewhere in some part of your body that you knew nothing about, is just unbelievable. You know, everybody who tried it, the Claire, Helen, you know, we've all done it, and it's unbelievable. So if you can put your energy into it, I'm sure you're going to get amazing stuff out.
Thanks, Colin. Yeah, it looks totally weird, but if you can actually get over the weirdness of how it is and, you know, be really open-minded to trying this, you'll really reap the benefits. So it looks weird, but if you're open to trying it, are we open to trying this? Yes. Yeah? Good. All right, cool. All right, so let's start we're going to start by tapping on the eyebrow point. Good. And then it's going to be the outer eye. Under the eye, under the nose, on the chin, the collarbone, under the arm, and the top of the head. So you can use this anytime you're feeling stressed or anxious, just by even voicing, I'm feeling so stressed, I'm feeling so anxious. You start to feel calmer, even just by doing it for a couple of minutes. So are we ready to try this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. So for this, I'm going to ask you to revisit that visualization, or if that visualization didn't resonate with you, just I want you to tune into what is that big, bold action step that I know I need to take, but that I resist. Does everyone have something in mind? Yeah? So I'd like you, again, to just close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And just picture yourself about to take either that big action step, or if you were to, again, visualize yourself on stage, center stage, with all eyes on you, and you're about to share with people why you're so amazing, why people should invest in you and your business, and just notice what's coming up for you. Any anxiety, I want you to tune in and rate it out of 10, with 0 being none at all and 10 being feeling really anxious. Okay? So just locate that where it is in your body, and we're going to start by doing some tapping, and I'm going to guide you through that. So you can either close your eyes as I guide you through, or you can open your eyes and copy me. So we're going to start by tapping on the eyebrow point. There I am. And so you can repeat after me. Yes. So normally I would ask people to mirror me. So actually you can repeat after me, or you can just whisper it to yourself. Okay? So whatever feels good for you. But it's good to just really start to voice some of these fears. So there I am. Standing there. And I can, under the eye, and I can feel all of this anxiety. Under the nose, all of this fear. Chin, running through my nervous system. Chest. I feel all of this panic in my body. Because I'm about to ask for investment. Under the arm. I'm telling people how amazing my business is. Top of the head. But it feels so uncomfortable. Eyebrow. All of these doubts. All of this self-doubt that's coming up. Under the eye. What if they question my credibility? Under the nose. What if they think I'm too inexperienced? Chin. What if they think I don't have what it takes? Chest. I'm not professional enough. Under the arm. I don't know enough. Top of the head. I'm not good enough. Eyebrow. All of these self-doubts. Side of the eye. All the ways that I hold myself back. Under the eye. By questioning my own value. Under the nose. All the ways that I hold myself back. Chin. To keep myself safe. Chest. Because the truth is, stepping up in this bigger, bolder way Makes me feel so vulnerable. Under the arm. All this fear of failure. Top of the head. What if something really bad happens? What if I say something really stupid? And they laugh behind my back? Under the eye. I would never recover from that. I can't put myself in that position. Chin. Because if I fail, that would break my heart. And I don't want to feel that emotional pain. I don't want to put myself through that. All the ways that I hold myself back. All of these emotions in my nervous system. I'm just going to honor that. Honoring all of these emotions. Honoring myself. Knowing it's safe for me to feel these feelings. And giving myself, the love and unconditional support that I deserve right now. So just take a few deep breaths. So that may have triggered up even more. Stuff that we don't even know is there, but it's there. And we carry it around with us everywhere we go. But by triggering it up, we're able to then clear it out of our systems. By honoring what it is, the specific limiting beliefs or fears, we're able to really clear it out of our system and then start to move into rewiring this old programming that tells us who we cannot be, where our limitations are, what's possible for us. And then we can start to input some much more empowering beliefs, but we need to clear it out first for the empowering beliefs to really land. Otherwise, what we experience is a massive backlash from our subconscious. Okay? So normally I would work through probably about an hour or so with a client, really clearing out, going through all the layers of emotions, looking at where these came from, when we learned this about ourselves, what specific memory it may have come from, and you start to feel the energy shifting. All of a sudden, the hold that had over you is no longer as strong, it weakens, and that's when you can start to input the really empowering beliefs. So are we ready to then move on to much more empowering round of tapping? Yes. All right. All right. Actually. So just tune in, take a few deep breaths, and you can close your eyes. And this time we're going to start by tapping on the collarbone. Are we ready? Yes. Right. So just tune in to any anxiety or whatever it is that was triggered up for you. And we're going to start to clear some of this. Even though I have this old pattern of holding myself back. And it's really kept me stuck. I'm open to a new way. And I'm open to healing this. Even though I still feel all of this anxiety and fear running in my system, I am open to releasing it now. Even though I've still got this pattern where I hold myself back. I am open to a new way, and I choose to be open to the new possibility that it's safe for me to take bold action, to really own my value. And I choose to honor that. All of this resistance, all the ways that I've held myself back, and the cost that this has had on me and my business. I'm not willing to let this hold me back anymore. Because the truth is, it's cost me a lot. And I'm not willing to stay stuck anymore. Because this is my time. This is my opportunity to make a massive shift in my life. And this is important for me. This is my dream. And I'm not going to let anything or anyone hold me back anymore. Tapping in to my power, to my courage, and all the reasons that I am credible, and why I do what I do. Because the truth is, I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. And I'm passionate about making a difference through my business. So I choose to believe in myself and give that gift to myself. Because the truth is, I deserve to. I've got my back. Choosing to own my value. Own my gifts. My strengths. My purpose. Open to the new possibilities and opportunities opening up for me. Because the truth is, there are opportunities everywhere I go. And I choose to be open to the flow of that. And step into a new energy, a new empowered, up-leveled energy. Becoming the woman that I need to be to make that happen. Giving myself the gift, the full permission to unapologetically go for what I want. Just take a few deep breaths, just tapping through the points. So I just want you to tune in and see if some of the energy is shifted, how you're feeling now, yeah? And if anybody would like to share how that may have shifted for them or not. But generally, what will happen is if you tune into the original, maybe anxiety or the strong hold that those self-doubts had over you, you'll find that you no longer feel that intensity. And by doing the positive round, you actually leave feeling really inspired and motivated to then take the action step. So I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to and all the women entrepreneurs that I've worked with too. So just a little summary of what we've covered today. We started by looking at identifying your specific inner blocks to up-leveling in your business and looking at the cost of that. We then looked at, looking at why mindset alone is not enough. And then introducing you to the mind-body tool EFT, which can totally reprogram your nervous system for success. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for your time. It's been such a pleasure to share it with you. And obviously, if you have any questions, I'm available at the break. And I just want to say, you know why you're so passionate about your business. You've got a really important purpose. And it's so important to unconditionally support yourself every step of the way because you deserve that success. Okay, so you go for it. Thank you.